Hello guys and welcome to HRL Season 5. It's going to be Wild Card Race number 2. We got Kitty Hawk GP, going to be Moto 2 here. And I will talk about the race in this one, but I figured after last video that I dropped that little bomb of information, green flag here. I figured that I should probably also drop a few other tidbits about Season 6 because I already, in the last one, I already revealed something that I already revealed on the Discord. So I figure in this video I'm gonna go over all the stuff that I've went over on the Discord so far. I'm not gonna give anything like especially new, anything in particular that hasn't been said in the Discord yet. You're not gonna hear in this video. But if you haven't heard the stuff in the Discord, or if I haven't really gone into it enough, I'm gonna go into it a little bit more here. So that's what this video is gonna be about. Besides the race, of course, I thought I'd just add a little bit of that extra spice in there for you guys' viewing pleasure. Get a little bit more information on the next season. So, announcement number 1. This is a big one. Heard a lot that people wanted less oval races, so I'm gonna go with that. Some people wanted to completely remove them. I don't want to completely remove the ovals. I think we have very good ovals already. The issue is that I think there's just too many in the schedule, and it gets to a point where like we have a good set of ovals, but we're stretching ourselves thin. And making a good oval in this game, when you make a good oval in this game, it's really fun. But it's hard to make a good oval in this game, and we only have so many of them. And then we have others that, as with any project, we have some that really hit the mark, some that don't work, and some that don't work at first and then eventually do work, and then some that don't work at first, we work on it, and they still don't work. Good examples of that are like the ones that don't work at first, work on it, still doesn't work. Claystone and Manitowoc. Both of those very similar types of tracks and went through kind of a similar evolution. Claystone's evolution was a little bit different because it wasn't like majorly changed. It was mostly just the volumes that were adjusted. But both those tracks, very similar situation because they didn't really work out too well at first. So then we went back, revised some stuff, and then it still didn't really work out too much. So that's just unfortunate there. And then we go on to something like Grizzly, where Grizzly at first, the first version of Grizzly that we raced was horrible. It wasn't that good, It was probably towards the bottom of the barrel when it comes to ovals. Then I did some work on it, spruced it up for the next season, and now it's way better. Now it's really freaking good, actually. I would argue that Grizzly's like a top 3, if not the best oval in the series now. And that's crazy because Grizzly, like I said, started off really horrible, but then we worked on it and it got better. It got way better and it was a lot more fun. So, you have stuff like that. And then I figured there's just only so many that work because there's so many examples of like the other ones I mentioned, things that don't work at first and things that need work. And it's like, you know what? Screw it. Instead of going through all that and continuously experimenting every year, why don't we just go down to 3 ovals this season and have them be good ones. So right now we're 100% doing Grizzly and Hollywood, and then we're deciding on the third one. For the third one, I want to do Barvo. I think Barvo is easily that. Grizzly, Hollywood, and Barvo are easily the top 3 ovals in the game. And then Saluna is probably somewhere on the edge as well. I would say it's really close as well, if not better than one of those 3. Some may argue. So I want those 3 ovals to be the ovals. We'll 100% decide on that soon. I'm really hoping that Barvo ends up being the third one because Barvo is classic. It's fun. It's like the Chili Bowl of Halo 5 in my opinion. It's that classic at this point because it's been around for so long. Next announcement. So you may be wondering, so with less ovals, obviously that's going to, even though the schedule is a little bit shorter, which I'm going to, maybe I should say that first. Okay, so the schedule, what I did was I took 2 races off of it. That's it. Instead of it being like 16 rounds plus wild cards, now it's 16 rounds including the wild cards. And the wild cards are kind of considered round 15 and 16 in a way. So that's the difference there. So like I said, we got rounds 1 through 14. The 2 wildcard rounds, 16 in total instead of 18 in total, like the previous 2 seasons were. So that's a little bit different. So you may be wondering, 2 tracks less, we're only doing 3 ovals, so like that math doesn't really work out. You know, there's going to be a ton of GPs and Supercrosses now, right? That's kind of true. That's kind of true. There are going to be more GPs and Supercrosses than there will be ovals. There's going to be 5 GPs in the regular season. It's going to be 5 Supercrosses, or is there 4 Supercrosses? Let me check. I believe there's 5 GPs. Yes, that is true. And then we got, it looks like, sorry, 4 Supercrosses. 4 Supercrosses. And there's a reason why it's only 4 Supercrosses, but it's 5 GPs. So 5 GPs, 4 Supercrosses, which is more than the amount of ovals there are. So you might be wondering, oh, well, you know, where's the other slots? Well, we're adding in 2 new types of track to experiment a little bit for next season. We're going to add in motocross as its own type of track, and we're going to add in rallycross as well as its own type of track. So the rallycross tracks, by the way, should be, just look up rallycross on YouTube. Like, just do that. If you don't know what to do, just look up rallycross on YouTube, get some inspiration. Same thing with motocross. But rallycross and motocross are both similar in a way because they're, you know, pretty much just all dirt. So that's what I want these tracks to be like that. They both have like jumps and stuff like that. Rallycross is almost like, it's almost like a mixed terrain. If you're an old ORL guy, something I would compare it to is mixed terrain. It's kind of like that. Kind of like that. And then motocross is supercross but dirt exclusively. Motocrosses are designed differently than supercross tracks, if you want to get technical. But just like in really simple terms, I'm just going to put it that way. So for one motocross we have returning, we have gridiron returning, and then we're undecided on the next one. And then rallycrosses, we don't really know what's going to fill those spots yet. But yeah, I'm really excited. Also, rallycrosses and any other type of track that wants to have this, by the way, I'm open to. But we pretty much already announced this for rallycross. Rallycrosses are going to have joker lanes, which I'm super excited for. I love jokers in tracks. I love jokers. I love pitting. I love stuff like that. And I'm really excited that this season that we're going to have jokers on rallycross. Now you may be wondering, is there going to be pitting on GP? Is there going to be pitting on the ovals? That's still up in the air. I'm considering that. I'll think about that. That might be another video. But rallycross for sure will have joker lanes, which I'm super, super, super excited for. It's going to be a ton of fun. So what a joker lane is, if you guys didn't know, it's a, let's say like an alternate route. It's like an alternate route somewhere on the track. And depending on the type, I think what we'll do, because there's 2 different ways you can make a joker. You can make a joker a shortcut, or you can make a joker a longer route. And I think what I prefer, it doesn't really matter. Like, if you guys are designing a rallycross, you can make it a shortcut, you can make it a longer route for the joker. Do whatever you want, do whatever you think flows better. We'll go either way. I think I prefer the shortcut over the longer route, but like I said, go either way on the joker. It's all down to the track creator. You can do either one that you want. So yeah, and then so if you guys haven't like seen any racing with jokers or stuff like that, haven't heard about it before, it's usually like once. I think what we're gonna do in HRL is once. It's usually like once a race you have to take this line. It doesn't matter when you take it. Sometimes there are restrictions on that actually. I think what we're gonna do, I haven't decided yet, but I think what we're gonna do is you have to take it before the 10 minutes are up, and perhaps like after the first lap, something like that. So I'll be more specific on that once I get the rules finalized. But in between that section, you can take it in any of those laps in between. And you only have to take it once in our rules. And it just adds strategy. Really, that's all it does is add strategy, add an extra like wild card to the racing. So I think it's going to be fun. I think adding that joker element is going to make the rallycross races really unique and really interesting. Aside from the way the tracks are designed, that's obviously going to make it unique and interesting on its own. But I think the joker lane as well is just going to add that extra layer that really makes this something fresh, something new. Great. Caution action. I think this is where the lag spike happens, by the way. That's not the video freezing, that's the lag spike. Again. So yeah, so we're going to have 2 rallycross races, 2 motocross races. So that should be fun. Frickin' keep burping. Should be, I think for the grand finals, by the way, a question that might come to your mind for grand finals is, well, what about, it's going to be SX and GP, but what about that first one? Is it going to be an oval now that there's less ovals? I think we might do a vote on that. I'm not really sure when that's going to happen, but I think we might want to do a vote on that where like we'll have people vote on whether they want it to be rallycross, whether they want it to be motocross, or whether they want it to be an oval. And I think the way that we could even be open to doing it both ways. You know, we could do one moto on each type. We could be really open to stuff like that. Um, but this vote won't happen preseason. This vote will probably happen at some point in the season where we've raced both a rallycross and a gridiron, I was looking at the schedule, sorry. Where we've raced both a rallycross and a motocross. So that vote probably won't happen until way into the future. So we're not really going to know about the first grand final race for a while. We're probably not going to know about that for a little bit. Um, so Grand Finals is most likely going to be switched up a little bit as well because of that new type of track. So I'm really excited for there being more GPs, more Supercrosses than everything else. I'm really excited for there to be a healthy amount of ovals and only the best ovals. I'm super excited to introduce Rallycross and Motocross. I think those are going to be fun as hell. I think those might be some of my favorite races of the season, hopefully. I'm really excited to see the types of tracks that people come out with. I know we're running out of time, but you know, just please get working on those tracks. I want to see what you guys can cook up with that stuff because I want to see some really awesome new innovative tracks for these new types of racing. I think that it's going to breathe some life into not just the league but in the forging as well, not just the racing, forging too. So it should be really fun. Should be really fun. So those are like the two. I pretty much got through all like the big things that I've announced on Discord so far. I just wanted to flesh them out a little bit more, elaborate on it a little bit more because I didn't really do that too well on Discord. So in this video, I wanted to spend that time and explain the changes a little bit better. So hopefully I did, and yeah, should be fun. Closing out the race here, by the way, soon. I think we're about to hit white flag. But yeah, just I'm super excited for season 6. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited for having these new types of tracks. These new rule changes. Was there a rule change I didn't announce? Oh boy, I think there was a big one. Hold on, let me double check. I think there was something big. I have an idea of what it was in my head. I just want to see if I actually announced it. I'm gonna check the Discord real quick. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh yeah, yeah. Track submissions. Track submissions are open. I want to say that in this video. If you want to submit a track, send it to me in a message. I'm gonna keep a private list. I'll make the list public when we go voting. Oh, I remember. Oh, so there was a rule change. No more bonus points at all, I think is what we're going to do. No more bonus points at all. That's really huge. So that's going to be different going into next season. Thought I'd say that. That's really big. I can't believe I almost forgot to mention that. Man, I might in the grand final race I might have to elaborate on that more. That's freaking huge. Fireball about to take the win here, by the way, as long as he can hold off detail. Looks like he will, so Fireball is going to take the win here. Man, that is freaking crazy. All right. So there you go. Fireball taking the win. I'll elaborate more on the bonus point change when we get to Grand Finals race number 1. Because that's pretty big, and I definitely want to go into that a little bit more. But here you go. Here's the results. We have Fireball, Detail, then Real Deal. Detail and Real Deal both, I think, gained a lot because of that caution. Got helped out quite a bit because of the caution. Detail is going to be your overall winner for Kitty Hawk, getting another overall for him on the season. That is overall number 6 for him, so that's really big. 6 overalls in the season, leader on that. And Real Deal had just enough points to tie Fireball in the points, and Real Deal has more wins, so Real Deal gets the tiebreaker and beats Fireball for that bronze position. Crazy finish. See you guys in the grand finals.